In today's video, we're going to empower your voice through visualization, and we're going to feel the difference in our body. Like, how do we start? And using this visualization, then how do we feel, or how does the body then feel afterwards? So thank you for joining me today. I am AmyC with You Finding You. I'm an intuitive and transformational coach. And down in the dialog box below, you'll see there are links to my Patreon page. And today we're going to be exploring more around the body, getting more connected in a way to gain an awareness, but also to use the body to support us. So on the Patreon page, you can check it out. I go into more and other ways of playing with gaining that awareness to our body, but then also using our body, but using it to support us and see different ways that we can have this mind-body connection, and it really helps us. So continuing on the theme this week of having a voice, I was thinking about how and what ways can we have our body support us and to support our voice. So there's a couple of ways, couple of things that we can explore and try out. First of all, just notice where your body is right now. Like, how even speak out, like how does your voice sound? And if you're just kind of hanging back, like, okay, this is like, here I am right now, just notice where you are and how it feels. And then go into grounding. So letting your feet be planted on the earth, feeling the surface beneath you, being more upright in your seat. We're talking about wanting to have a strong voice here. So if you're back like this, you're not going to be supported, and the voice is going to be different from if you're more upright, and you'll be more commanding here. You'll have more of a voice if you're upright and feeling that grounding into the earth. And when I say this idea of being more commanding, it's like, well, you're actually more in your body. And so people will listen, people will hear you, people will understand that this is you and coming from you, rather than this place of, I'm here, it's like, well, are they going to listen to someone that is not as supported in themselves? And yeah, sure, they will when, maybe you're just among friends. But if you really want to have a voice and come from a place in yourself, get yourself grounded, get supported, have that support of the earth beneath you. So that's the first step. And now just notice your voice here. Like, and how does your body feel? Like for me already, I'm like, yeah, I'm in this. I'm here right now, even from the beginning of this video. Then what you can start doing is visualizing and using this visualization of being that powerful voice and having confidence behind yourself. So if you start just thinking about, like maybe you're on stage or giving a presentation, you have an entire audience of people and they really want to hear everything you're saying. They're so curious and they're supportive. Like this group is supportive. And you're like, wow, this is so good. And I actually get to share all of this information and people want to hear it. People want this information. Like what I'm feeling in myself even more is I feel like I'm elongated, I'm opening up. I'm like, yes, people want to hear this. So you can use that visualization of knowing you have supportive people, knowing your voice is wanting to be heard, and it will help empower you and get into a place more empowered in yourself. And we can play with the reverse of this, of believing, well, no one wants to hear actually what I'm saying. So you can start visualizing this idea that, yeah, I'm really nervous about going into this. I don't want to, which is usually my voice of like, I don't really want to do this. And I start making myself sick and I'm like, oh, I just don't want to go forward with this, but I have to give this presentation or I have to speak in front of these people. And I'm feeling my shoulders rounding forward. I'm feeling myself getting smaller just with these words, just with these, I don't want to do this kind of feeling. So really in this moment, it's a focus of, I don't want to do it because I don't feel I'm strong enough. I don't feel I'm good enough. I don't believe in myself. So you can shift that again to knowing that you have the worth, knowing that your voice is wanting to be heard, knowing that people want to hear it, and knowing there are people out there that haven't heard this message and they want to hear it. Like they want to hear your voice and want to hear it. And again, as I say, they want to hear it, I'm feeling, again, my body opening up and my body getting, longer and more upright. So play with this imagery, again, play with this visualization of knowing people want to hear you. And there's an actual process like runners or athletes or even speakers use this process of visualization. Because what they have found is that when someone starts to visualize, it actually activates the similar places in their body as like a knowing. So you can visualize, like a runner will visualize him running and winning the race, and it actually is activating a lot of the similar places in their body, like they actually have just done a run. So it's the same kind of idea of activating this before you go speaking somewhere, before you go and need to do a presentation. You can actually do this visualization of your voice wanting to be heard and you having worth, you having that value to share with people that like I said before, of like there's people that haven't heard this message and they want to. So again, play with these couple of ideas of getting grounded, visualizing, and seeing the difference between, it's like, oh, when I use my usual talk of like, I don't want to do this, I don't really want to, I get small. And that is not going to come across as well to the audience either, as if I know I have this confidence in me and I can do it. So I'd be curious to hear if you have other ways, other techniques that you have found to empower your voice and how it feels in your body. If you've actually tried to see, oh, what are things that I have done that actually helps me open up, helps me be more confident and present myself to others. So do put that in the comments below. I'd be curious to hear. And thank you guys again for joining me today. If you are enjoying and getting value out of these videos, do hit that like, share, and subscribe. And thank you again. I'll see you in the next video.